Go
So I
ahead.
think continue.
Continue. Okay. Hello, ladies. Welcome to today's program with Ellen Larson. Before the program, I just want to remind you that today will be the drawing for the basket, the Easter basket, after the program. So stick around and find out. And thank you all for your wonderful support. More than we expected and thrilled. So thank you so much. Let me just give you a little brief bio on Ellen. Ellen, first of all, is a classmate. Her daughter and my son were classmates, so I know her a long time, and we just reunited because of this lecture, which is another benefit for me to have contacted her again. Ellen is a longtime resident of Pelham, and she has had a 20-year plus career with Citigroup as a digital marketing account executive. She is also an executive consultant with Rodan and Fields Skincare Cosmetics, founded by Dr. Katie Rodan and Dr. Kathy Fields, trained dermatologists with over 30 years of experience in formulating scientific, innovative, and easy-to-use products. Their medical skincare philosophy is multi-med therapy, which truly distinguishes its products from others. She will help us, God willing, get ready for spring, which after the tumultuous 2020 we will appreciate and feel refreshed from. So Ellen, welcome to the Manna Club. She will fill you in on how to ask questions and answer questions that she has. So Ellen, I'm going to turn it over to you, and we look forward to a new beginning. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Celeste. Thank you, Carla, and also Jessica, who certainly helped put this together. And also, I don't know if Ann Rendy is around, but she and I connected, and that is basically how I was able to connect with Celeste. And so this is all really wonderful and feeling very good, especially in a time when we've all been so separated. Wonderful that we're all together. And so welcome to everybody. Very, very happy to be here. Now, I put in the chat a question that basically is, what are your skincare concerns? So there are, you can certainly add anything other than what's here, but just to give you a start to think about, you can put in fine lines and wrinkles, or lifting and firming, dull skin, tired eyes, acne or breakouts, uneven skin, brown spots, sensitivity, visible redness, pores and blackheads, or dry skin. That is simply just the start. Everybody has their own unique, issues that they're dealing with. But one thing I'd just like you to think about before you answer, take a few minutes and think about, first of all, you and your skincare needs, because this event is for you, but also consider your children, grandchildren, friends, relatives, husband, or partner at any age, because a few of our products are now for teens and millennials. However, most were created with anti-aging in mind, and there are now products that can be used for men and women. I have many male customers. You'll see them in the before and after pictures. And on an interesting note, there are products that the men use that when you see this, you'll think, oh, I would think more women would order that. So that's just a little tease for you. So hopefully we'll have some surprises. So for me, it's certainly fine lines and wrinkles, lifting and firming, sun damage, especially dark spots, especially after the summer, even though we're using suntan. We're using SPF, I should say. And then in the winter, we want to make sure that we keep hydrated, and then in the winter, especially hydrated. So there are different things that you want to do. You have different concerns for different time of the year. You can select as many items as you'd like. And this information will really help me tailor our discussion today so that we can have it more interactive and more fun. So at any point in time, even if you want to raise your hand, but I may not see it because I can't see everybody that's here, just take yourself off mute and say, hey, Ellen, I would be more than happy to stop exactly what I'm doing. And so that is that. And I thank you, Celeste, for, for that introduction. Yes, I really am. It's a good 30 plus years resident of Pelham. And I'm very fortunate. My two daughters live only about a half an hour away. And I have 4 beautiful grandchildren that I am able to see and 2 very nice son-in-laws. So that's working very well for me. And then again, been in working at Citigroup for 20 years, just 20 years. And one of the things, I commute to Tribeca, which is one heck of a commute. However, I met so many wonderful Pelham people at the train station. It's really wonderful how friendly people can be. And I now have a lot of commuting buddies who I miss. So hopefully, I don't want to go back to the commute, but hopefully we can all get back to seeing each other more. For some of you who may know this, before I worked at Citi, I had an English antique shop in New Canaan, and my mother had a shop in Bronxville. And we loved what we did, but they both closed, due to the recession. So that put me back in corporate America. Several years ago, I was introduced to Rodan and Fields by somebody who worked at Citigroup, which was really very funny. I tried the products, and I now am head to toe a product of a product. I will be showing you my before and after pictures. The business opportunity certainly piqued my interest. The consultants are all very energetic, and it can fit into my busy life, which was wonderful. And so today I'm very happy and grateful. I have very happy and loyal customers as the products have expanded for younger skin. I now have their children and grandchildren as some of my customers, which is fun. So enough about me. I'm excited to introduce you to Rodan and Fields, the #1 skincare brand in North America, which you're probably surprised to hear because most of you probably have not heard about RNF. So here's a fun fact. Pre-COVID, I used to do bridal shows after my long day at Citi. They were so much fun, and everybody would arrive so excited. And when I tell you that the engaged couple would arrive, and then the entourage, the family, the friends, everybody would come and spend the evening together. It was one big happy party, including a band and a DJ, and everybody, including me, would get up and dance. Well, over 150 people would be at each one of these events. Maybe 2 or 3 had even heard of RNF, yet we're #1. So by the end of our time together today, I think you'll know why. So now, here are the doctors. So as Celeste mentioned, RNF was founded by Dr. Katie Rodan and Dr. Kathy Fields, who are still very much involved in the company and still practice dermatology. You know them as the dermatologists who created Proactiv. I bet that's going to ring a bell. Their goal is simple: to provide life-changing skincare and offer dermatological benefits without going to the dermatologist's office. They believe that improving how someone feels about their skin can have a profound effect on how they feel about themselves. And their mission is to simply give you the best skin of your life. Now, how great is that? And I can tell you that anyone that knows me, this is the best my skin has ever looked. It's never looked this good. So here's a quick story about what happened to me when I started using the products. I was at work and I ran into someone I hadn't seen in a few weeks. They asked if I'd been on vacation, and I said no. And they asked if I had gotten more sleep, and we laughed because we don't get to sleep much because of our long, crazy hours. So I said no. He then asked, what's the secret to your looking so rested and relaxed? I then realized it was the products. So I simply said, not sure, but I started using a new skincare brand. And soon he was using the products. So the power and the gift of confidence was what the doctors wanted to spread far and wide. So over 11 years ago, they made the decision to not sell their products in department stores. And some of you probably don't even know that I didn't realize that years ago they were in Neiman and Nordstrom. So they wanted to give credit back to folks like me who believed in the product. So I have a video and I'm not sure, so I'm going to ask that somebody tell me if you can actually hear it. And if you can, it's very short, but if you can't, let me know and we'll just skip over it.
When people go into medicine, the hope is to help people. That's number one. For skin, for dermatologists, what we do really impacts everybody on a day-to-day. This is where we know we can make a direct impact on people's lives, and it affects everything about their world. We created multi-med therapy because of the complexity of the skin, but by putting it into a simple regimen, anyone can get maximum benefits. No other company approaches skincare the way Rodan & Fields does. Kathy and I are uniquely positioned. We're women, so we appreciate beautiful aesthetic qualities of a great formulation. We're dermatologists. We've been practicing now for over 30 years, so we have that patient experience to know what works. Whether we're talking about a wrinkle, a pimple, a brown spot, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot going on that builds up to what you can really see. First, it's the right ingredients. We start with the causes of the problem, the science. What's happening to the skin physiology? What we've done as dermatologists is ensure that each step in a regimen is loaded with the right science-backed ingredients. We know how that ingredient works with the other ingredients, so they're synergistic. We combine ingredients into a delivery vehicle, such as a liquid or a cream, and clinically test it alone and in combination with a full regimen to deliver maximum efficacy. Applying each product in the right order means each step builds on the efficacy of the previous one. We have optimized all of the formulations. Each ingredient then works better with the next step and the next step. We're building something together, and so the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. What sets Rodan & Fields apart from all other skincare companies is that we approach a skin condition from the standpoint of a dermatologist. The bar is high at Rodan & Fields. What that means is we will not launch if the ingredients of the product do not deliver results or the aesthetics are not right. For us, it really has to make that impact that we're looking for. And in fact, that's the Rodan & Fields difference.
Great. I'm so glad that it worked. I knew it would work. I just did not know if you could hear it clearly. So that's great. So the redefined regimen, the regimen revolution is here. So as the doctor said in the video, the regimens are at the core of the RNF products. I use my hands in case you can't tell. So when I talk, so hope you don't mind. You'll see them flailing about when I get excited, especially. And so they're at the core of the products using the multi-med therapy, as I just talked about, giving you the right ingredients in the right formulations that are applied in the right order. It's that easy. At our virtual convention last year, the doctors launched the regimen revolution. What does that mean? Besides a huge wow for all of us that are close to RNF, we were so excited and so curious. It means that the 4 core regimens that were created by the doctors 11 years ago all have been updated to be better, faster, and address more skin care concerns. Now you'll notice that the doctors, the regimens have been numbered. So this is the redefined, and I'm going to go into each specific one, but this one is redefined. And you'll see all of the numbers for step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. Same for Unblemished, which is the aging and acne, as well as Reverse, which is the brown spots, as well as Soothe, which is the sensitive skin. So the doctors talked about the importance of using each product in the right order in order to maximize results. So you can see for yourself now that the number is clearly marked on the product. They've made it so easy, which is great when you're starting a new regimen. Now, here we have the redefined 3-step regimen. This is the first regimen I'd like to talk to you about, and it's my favorite and the one I use all the time. So our redefined products were created for the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and loss of firmness. They soften, exfoliate, and moisturize your skin to minimize your pores. They smooth lines and wrinkles and visibly firm skin to combat signs of aging and reveal younger looking skin. So our new and improved formula works 3 times better and 2 times faster on wrinkles. And now you can customize the regimen with a choice of cleanser and moisturizer, which wasn't available before. So here we go. So we have step 1, where we cleanse in the morning and at night. We have the clay cleanser, which I don't know if you can see my mouse, I hope you can. And it is a 2-in-1 cleanser and mask, and it gently exfoliates and smooths and removes all the daily impurities on our skin, basically makeup. And it's best for combination to oily skin. And then we have the creamy foaming cleanser, which I use, and that lathers and removes daily impurities as well. And it's best for normal to dry skin. Then we have step 2, where we minimize, and that's the toner, and we further exfoliate gently, however, to promote natural cell turnover. With step 3, we protect. In the morning, we have the day cream moisturizer with SPF 30, of course, for best and for normal to dry skin. And then we have the day lotion, which is also SPF 30, best for combination to oily skin. And then finally, there's step 3 that moisturizes in the evening. When you use the cream, it's best, again, normal to dry, and the lotion is for combination to oily. So one thing you'll notice is that I refer to moisturizing and hydration a lot. And the RNF regimens all contain a moisturizer. And depending on your skincare needs, you may want to add a hydration serum. Without moisture, skin can show signs of aging, even when you're in your late 20s or early 30s. Now, this to me is the nuts and bolts of RNF and all that they do, the before and after picture. So you can see, this is after 8 weeks, her before and after picture. It shows, here's before, you can see her fine lines on her chin, whereas now they're smooth. You can see the redness under her nose is definitely less. You can see the overall glow. And I think that's something, that each of the regimens do. It definitely gives you a glow and a smoothness in your complexion. But you can just see the difference in 8 weeks. Now, I am putting up the results. I'm not going to speak to them because I'm just going to hopefully just address all that in each of the products. But these are the results from the US clinical and consumer studies that happened prior to the launch of every single product or regimen. As the doctors mentioned, unless they get really strong results from participants prior to launch, they will not launch. Does anybody have any questions? And I see Diana, you had uneven skin and brown spots. I'm just about to get to that. Is there anything that anybody would like to ask about the redefined regimen? If not, I'll just keep going. Okay, so. Now, the fun thing about Redefine is the eye cream, the multifunction eye cream. It is part of the, as I said, Redefine product line, and it is always listed at any of the industry publications or on any of those websites as one of the top 3 eye creams. It's amazing. However, when they redid all of the regimens, they improved this eye cream as well. And to me, that really shows that no matter how good a product is and no matter how many awards, the doctors continue to improve and innovate. So what this does is it nourishes and brightens skin for a refreshed, younger looking eyes. It visibly firms and lifts to restore the natural contour of your eye. It removes the look of fine lines, wrinkles, sagging, feet, and I'm going to admit someone, under eye bags. So it pretty much covers it all. And when you look at the before and after, this again is 8 weeks. This is a man. You can see under the eye, you've got the bags. And after the 8 weeks, it's definitely brighter and smoother. So that is, oh, and I almost forgot. So here it is, a trick that I learned. Our fourth finger is our weakest finger. So as we're going to apply eye cream, and we have 2 separate eye creams, but we should do it for both. What we want to do is always make sure that we use the fourth finger because it's the weakest. So you're not going to, you're putting this eye cream on, but if you apply it like, hard, you're not going to get the full effect. So you literally just very gently, and I'm going to be putting some stuff on, so my makeup may look a little silly by the end, but that's okay. So that's basically all it is, but very gently, and use that fourth finger, which, as I say, is kind of a cool tip to have, I think. All right. Anybody have any questions? All right, moving right along. So now we have reverse, and Diana, this is really an amazing regimen, and it's exactly for what you're talking about, the brown spots and uneven skin tone. So this visibly reduces skin discoloration for a more even-toned, radiant look. And I have a picture at the end of my daughter who, that was the first product she tried. And the difference in her skin, it was just sun damage, was amazing. So it reduces sun damage, and it's 4 times faster than the original formula. So here we have step 1, which is always a cleanse. So you cleanse in the morning and at night. You, with that cleanser, you will be able to remove dead, dull, pigmented surface cells for a brighter complexion. Step 2 is usually our toner. So here we tone as well to target the skin discoloration, and it softens the appearance of the dark spots. In step 3, AM only, we protect. So we protect from the environmental aggressors such as the sun, which leads to discoloration and dullness, and are both signs of aging. Step 3, in the evening, there's a special innovative nighttime skin treatment that will decongest uneven skin tone and minimize the appearance of dark or brown spots. Again, this picture is before and after, is after 8 weeks. And it's interesting to me, it's almost as if it looks like she lost weight, which she did not, but her skin is so much smoother, so much lighter. You see the difference in the brown spots, but you also, again, it doesn't matter. Each regimen is going to help you with a certain thing. So fine lines and anti-aging is Redefine. And now this reverse is brown spots. However, there's always the anti-aging factor in there. So you'll see less of the brown spots, but you'll also notice that the wrinkles and the fine lines are being addressed as well. Does anybody have any questions on that? Okay, so now Soothe is Soothe is a wonderful, really, really good regimen. If ever, if you have any sensitivity, of course, and any redness. But in some cases, sometimes in the winter, your skin might get extra dry or just not feel 100%. And Soothe is really the one that can help with that. It now works 30% better on visible redness, and it tackles stubborn dark marks. And it's 4 times better at evening skin tone. It now also relieves eczema, which it never did before. And there have been several medical publications that have come out that have spoken to the fact that this new Soothe regimen is definitely helping eczema. So that's very important and very happy for us to be able to say. So for step 1, again, it cleanses in the morning and the evening to gently remove makeup, dirt, and impurities, and it alleviates any itchy or dry skin. Step 2, we treat or tone to help relieve chapped skin. And then in step 3, we nourish, we're always hydrating for a smooth, supple appearance. And there is a step 4 where you minimize the redness. So if you look at this, you can see, especially in her cheeks, you see after 2 weeks, this is only after 2 weeks, you can see the difference in the redness and even the redness here. It's still red here, but it's not as widespread. So you can definitely see, you can definitely see the difference. Now we go to Unblemish, which is it's an effective way to address adult acne, basically. It reduces the oiliness, it exfoliates dead skin, and visibly diminishes stubborn marks and dark marks. It helps clear and prevent breakouts while tackling visible signs of aging, like uneven skin tone, discoloration, pores, and loss of firmness, just as I said. So it covers that whole range. So with step 1, we cleanse to remove the excess oil. Step 2, we tone to exfoliate, calm, visibly firm, and moisturize. 3, we treat in the morning and night as well, which clears and prevents breakouts while calming the redness. And then step 4 is in the AM, it's our protection against the sun. And again, you just can see, especially on in the nose area, the improvement. And this is after 8 weeks. So now this is our latest product that we just launched probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's the Reverse Targeted Dark Spot Concealer Corrector. It's a very long name. It's a very little teeny tiny tube. It's about 0.5 ounces. And it basically tackles dark spots, literally. And so the idea, and I have over here, and I have one over here, but for here, I can show you, again, we also use a very little amount of product. It's not, you don't get better results if you use a lot. It's much better to just use a little. So you can see I use just a tiny bit here, and then I just put it on wherever it's targeted. That's all. The beauty of it is that you can add it to any regimen, even Soothe. I know there are some folks that have issues with sensitivity. They've tried it and there have not been any issues at all. It's you would think that it might be a little bit harsh. It is not. It is safe for all skin types. And so I am actually thrilled with it. Also, think about your hands. When you're driving or when you're riding a bike or when we're out in the summer, we put on SPF, but who knows, if it doesn't get washed off or whatever. So you can use this on your hands. And I can tell you right now from years ago when I sunbathed and I shouldn't, I have a lot of brown spots on my chest. And so I intend to get that ready for summer. So that was something that, that's when I mentioned earlier, we all get very excited when they have these launches, because at this point, they are looking at whatever complaints or issues, I should say, that not just the consultants, but certainly our customers, have that we can address. So next, and this is very timely, this is the recharge system, our regimen. So this is for millennials. And basically it balances, boosts, and protects visibly dull, blotchy skin. And you wouldn't think they would need it, but they definitely do. And the reason, it was created pre-COVID to defend against working long hours, which they do, followed by late hours socializing, work stress, which they have, and hours of screen time. And that definitely affected, they noticed that younger, the millennials were reaching out and saying, my skin isn't looking good, especially around the eyes. And think about how much screen time we're all doing now. I love Zoom. I mean, it certainly got me through last year with family and friends. This is wonderful. Could not have taken place if it hadn't been for Zoom. But and especially me working in digital marketing, I'm constantly on a device, mainly usually a computer. And so it definitely affects your eyes. It absolutely does. And so this is a perfect regimen for the younger skin. However, I will tell you, so for in step one, again, is always the cleanse, going to remove any of the makeup. Step two, they're going to treat and to give their skin more of a healthy glow. But in step three, it's a protector. It's a primer and a sunscreen. And I tried the primer and I absolutely love it. So over my moisturizer, I will put the primer because I'm pretty, until Radiant Defense, which is something that I'm going to talk about soon, I used to lose my makeup very, very quickly. And with the primer, it just seals it in and it feels really good. It smells good and I love it. So, every once in a while you can get a product that doesn't necessarily have to just be for what, your issues are. And next, and finally, for the last regimen, we have Spotless, which is for young teens and young adults. And this is a two-step, because we know they wouldn't do more than two, process. It's fast acting and it clears blemishes and prevents new ones from forming. It eliminates pores and it deep cleans those pores. And it controls oil and shine. Now, my 14-year-old granddaughter, Ava, loves it. She started with just a little bit, itty bitty on the nose. And so I said, try Spotless. She uses it. It's kept her in check completely with clear skin. And of course, it just made her look more beautiful. Of course, just a little prejudice. So as always, we cleanse in step one, but it really is important. And, it helps, these young teens when they all of a sudden have these breakouts. So it washes away the breakouts for a refreshing deep clean, and it helps them to not get the breakouts going any further. And that's also the step two is more of a treatment where they fight breakouts. Now, next, we come to a category which is known as our enhancements. And enhancements are specialized products with advanced technologies and benefits that target specific skin concerns and can be added to a regimen. I refer to these products as fun products. The doctors usually have one product launch a year. They create crazy videos to get us to try to guess what the product will be. And, it just builds excitement. It's a very young young thinking group of consultants, and everybody gets excited, and there are contests, and so we try to guess. You know, we never would have guessed. We wanted the dark spot corrector, that's for sure, but we never would have guessed that. So that worked out beautifully. So Lash Boost, and some of you may have heard about Lash Boost. So Lash Boost is a nightly conditioning serum that gives the appearance of fuller, darker, longer eyelashes and eyebrows. It maintains moisture and enhances lash durability and protects against breakage. The conditioner can be used also on your eyebrows. And you'll notice I put a little picture here that it was mentioned as seen in InStyle on InStyle.com as saving you the stress of having to use false eyelashes every day. So you can see the difference in her eyelashes. And I had no eyelashes. I don't know if you can see mine or not. But I have more than I ever had. I had no eyelashes. I mean, you get to a certain age, you lose your eyelashes. It just happens. But this is why it's so wonderful. And you can see with her, she's definitely gotten her eyelashes back. And the next is the eyebrow defining boost. And this is very cool because it's a tinted multitasking eyebrow gel. And it has the technology from Lash Boost, and it basically boosts volume and fullness. Over time, it will also actually, like Lash Boost, it will fill in your lashes, your eyebrows. So you have the power to control as much or as little as you want. And that did win Best Brow Serum in Health Award in 2019. So you can tell the difference. And again, a thing I like about it is you can control. Some people like very bold, big, eyebrows. But right now, think about it. Eyebrows are very in style because of the masks. That's all you see of somebody is their eyebrow. So, and again, this was, this was created last year, but certainly pre-COVID, but still, it is interesting. So now another area for the enhancements is hydration. So this is another really good one. This is the Active Hydration Bright Eye Complex. And again, I'm gonna put it on my fourth finger. It's mainly for the eyes. You don't have to do this for everything else. But again, just here, because it basically, it's puffiness under the eyes and any brightening. So any under eye puffiness or any dark circles. And this as the sample says, tired of tired eyes, and we all certainly are. So you can see, the difference. If you see the puffiness here and a little bit of the dark circle, you don't see it, or it's much less, I should say, after 8 weeks. Then we come to the Active Hydration Serum for the face. It is the best at quenching thirsty skin. It delivers hydration all day long for 8 hours. I can go to bed at night, and when I wake up in the morning, I can feel the moisture. It's fabulous. It actually raises your skin's hydration level by 200%. Next, we have, now, this is my neck. So this is the Redefine Intensive Renewing Serum and Roller. So I'm hoping you can see, this is what in November of 2016, my neck looked like, and this was 2 months later. So it basically, between this serum, and again, I talked before, just use a little bit. This is this little capsule. That's all you need. It's just this little capsule. And you roll, you cleanse your face, you use the toner, and then you roll. And you literally, it takes 2 minutes. You just roll like this. You roll diagonally, up and down and across. It takes 2 minutes. So you've got the roller, you've got the capsules with the serum, and they also provide you with tablets to, obviously to clean the roller. but it literally reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and loss of firmness. It is amazing, as you can see. And if you notice, and hadn't thought about it, my lips also look on the left, they look a little chapped, which I didn't realize. And then all of a sudden I noticed that the lips were smoother and a little fuller. And that is because of this little puppy, which is the lip renewing serum. So between the two, that is my before and after picture. And then we go to the active hydration body replenish, which I love this so much. I put 2 of these in everybody's bag. It is a very thick, moisturizing, filled with hydration body replenish that just feels so good. And again, like the serum, you can, what I used to do again at those bridal shows, I would ask somebody if they'd like to try it. And most people would say yes. Today they wouldn't, but for good reason. And then they'd come back to me because the shows would last 3 and 4 hours. And they'd say, wow, my hands still feel, I can feel that softness. And I said, well, if you go to bed, you'll still feel it in the morning. I mean, it really does last. And it's just a great moisturizer, especially, and this is what I was referring to for, for my feet and my elbows in the winter and, in the summer, just everywhere. The last piece to this little puzzle is the microdermabrasion paste. And this is like a little mini spa. It basically, salt and sugar, that's all it is, and exfoliates dead skin. And it gives you a more vibrant looking skin. You wouldn't use it more than once to twice a week. Not intended for sensitive skin. I use it once a week instead of a cleanser, and I use it in the shower, maybe once a week. Now this, I don't know if anybody, I didn't see it in the chat, but we also have a pore cleansing system that, the clogged pores was the #1 reason that the doctors found patients coming into their office. And so following their vision of wanting to bring dermatological products to your home, they created this system. And if you look, you can see, this is after 1 use, by the way, these numbers, 97, 93, 83, 76% instantly noticed this difference. And here's the before and after. You can see on the left, the pores are much larger and plumper, where on the right, they're tight and the skin is so smooth and it leaves a more radiant complexion, that's for sure. Now, radiant defense. So this actually is another new category called a derma cosmetic. And when they said that, I said, I don't know what that is. And that is a multitasker that combines dermatology-inspired skincare benefits with immediate complexion perfecting results. So in other words, you've got the radiant defense in terms of the coverage and the tinted colors, which you can see, and then you've got the SPF and the other moisturizers that's right in there. It's a 4-in-1 tinted moisturizer. It delivers instant coverage and reduces visible redness in pores. And also 7 out of 10 people chose Radiant Defense after makeup after using this. You can see there are 10 shades to choose from. Now, I want to show you, this is the brush that I am so in love with this brush, excuse me, that whenever I sell a Radiant Defense, I include the brush as a gift. And the reason I do it is after I tried it, just because I like to try different things and compare so I can, when I do talk to people about it, I am not just talking about, I've actually done it myself. So I tested it with a sponge. And most of the Radiant Defense ended up in the sponge, and it wasn't a good coverage. So I did the right side, and then the left side, I used the brush. The brush is very soft and it's angled. And I don't know what they did, but you can take it and you can just smooth all around your face. And what you do is you take this and you put, again, a tiny bit. And again, this is very important, just on your hand. Now, who knows what I'm gonna look like. And you just take it, you dab it, put it on the brush, and then you just keep going. Just brush away. And it just goes into your skin, onto your skin. And again, it's got all that moisture, and it gives a very even, very, very, very even coverage. So that's why, you know, anyone that said, oh, no, I have brushes. No, it's a gift. But also I'm very, I really am, you know, wanting them to do it, because I feel that that's how they'll get the maximum benefit using the brush. Now, one more area are face masks. And basically what they did, they came up with these face masks as ingredients to enhance your skincare. So it's for specific concerns, which is how they, you know, produce all of, or create, I should say, all of their products. So you can add them to any regimen and you can mix and match. You know, if you're doing the Redefine regimen, you could all of a sudden switch and decide to use the Radiance mask, because it will give you a glow. Soothe certainly will be a special, wonderful moisturizer. Only 10 minutes whenever you use them, and certainly don't do it more than twice a week. So we have the Radiant Rejuvenation Mask, which exfoliates and instantly hydrates your skin, and it improves fine lines and wrinkles over time. And this was mentioned in Pop Sugar, that you definitely will be left with smoother complexion, which is a nice little testimonial. And Reverse, again, revives dull, uneven skin and brightens for a more translucent complexion. Then we have the Unclarifying Mask, which soothes and reduces the redness from breakouts and calms the skin. And Allure in 2020, Best Acne Mask. And we have the Soothe, which Pop Sugar said the Rescue Mask does exactly that, but it delivers a soft, smoother, fresher feeling skin and calming sensitivity. And finally, the Recharge, and I sort of chuckle because it is black. It is totally black, and it is wonderful. It's, again, the Recharge, so looking for the younger skin, but I use it all the time because it is an intensive moisture replenishment, and it exfoliates, it really gives you a nice radiant glow. I love this so much. What I do is when somebody orders it, I give them, I have several stack of black, nice, soft washcloths. So I give them the washcloth, because if they use it with any other colored washcloth, they won't like me very much. So that's what I do. And now we come down to the boring essentials, but you know, you have to have some dermatological necessities. So the gauze pads, I actually did a test on this too, the gauze pad versus, you know, a little pad that you can, you know, take your makeup off or use for a toner. You use all of the liquid of the toner went into the pad, whereas our gauze pads, they're very thin, they're very light, and they're ideal for applying these products. And the product actually goes onto your face and not into the pad. Great for makeup removal. The makeup wipes are great. You can certainly use that at night. You know, sometimes we're not always ready to wash our face at night, so you can just quickly do a 1-2, and it's got everything in there that you need. Eye makeup remover, certainly good for stubborn any kind of makeup remover, any other eye makeup that you're going to want to remove. The Daily Body Moisturizer is lightweight and non-greasy, and it helps condition your skin. The Lip Shield, again, moisture with sunscreen. There's a foaming sunless tan that gives you an even natural glow without the sun. And then a face and body sunscreen, SPF 50. I use that all summer long. It's great. And it gives you 80 minutes of water and sweat resistant SPF 50. So here are some before and afters that I'd like to show you. So this is my daughter, Heather. And if you can see, she said, I really want to get rid of these sunspots. And look at her skin a few months later. It's just like amazing. And then when we launched Radiant Defense, she called me and she said, I'm in the car. And she said, I don't usually do this, but I just took a selfie. She said, I love it. I love the product. And I just want to send this to you. And it's just, it's great because it really does show the glow. It covers, and you can see that it's not heavy, which is really important. And then this is somebody else's neck, but again, the Redefine Intensive, the serum and the roller. Lash Boost, you can see the before and afters, the difference. And again, we really, I feel very strongly that the before and afters, and certainly the results that we've gotten, but the before and afters really speak to the products and speak to what you can accomplish before. And obviously everything, and I of course, we have a 60-day, 100% money back guarantee if you're ever not satisfied with the product. I just want you to know that. Brow Defining Boost. Here's a gentleman right here, and over time, you can see this after, it's without the product, so you can see where it's covered. And then, yes, so the Lash Boost and the Brow Defining Boost are the products that the men buy more than the women, which I thought is very interesting. Really makes me laugh. Redefine, for the older skin, for lack of firmness and lines and wrinkles, right here, before and after, another good example. Reverse, so those are, you can see what was accomplished. Unblemished, you certainly can see the difference. This is after a year, this is after 6 months. Recharge, you don't see the dramatic difference in recharge, but you see enough, and that's really all they need at that age. So, I thought these were good to show you as well. And then the spotless are usually pretty impressive. This is after 1 week, you can see the difference, and here as well. So it's quite remarkable. And Soothe, I wanted to show you a few more examples of Soothe. And then Radiant Defense. So these are just, flip through them. I don't know if, if Jessica wants, I can certainly send this presentation. If anybody would like to check it out again, I'll send it over to Jessica. But I do want to also show you the samples that you will be getting. So this is the Radiant Defense Perfecting Liquid that I talked about. And so there are 10 different colors, so you can have fun playing with that. And we'll see how good it makes your skin feel. The Active Hydration Serum. And again, these are really our more innovative and more popular products that I'm giving you samples for. This is 3 days worth. The Active Hydration Body Replenish, so you'll have 2 of those. And then the Bright Eye Complex, Tired of Tired Eyes, as well as the Microdermabrasion Paste. And then finally, the Give It a Glow. It's like a little mini spa treatment. It gives you all the information you need to know, certainly what you would be using. The other thing that is interesting, I also put the website, my website URL in there for anyone that's interested in any articles about skincare. It's become not just, selling products, certainly not. There is a blog on the top nav, and it has doctors' notes that, the doctors have wanted to pass along, but it's got lifestyle, pro tips, science of skincare and skincare guides. And one interesting part was there's in this one particular section, there is an article on what to do with maskne. So maskne is acne that people are getting from masks, and it's those pesky little pimples on your chin. So I bring that up only because there's a lot of interesting industry articles if anybody is so inclined. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram if you ever want to check out. I do mostly posts about my family and friends, but there is a little sprinkling of some RNF announcements in there. And that is it. Does anybody have any questions, anything they would like to discuss, bring up?
I have a question, Ellen.
Oh, you got on.
Oh, I did unmute it, I think.
Okay.
Did I unmute? I think. Do you have starter kits of the products?
No, we used to have what we called, they were called sample kits. But they stopped making them. They were, very small, tiny little samples for each regimen,
Yeah.
which I think was brilliant, but they stopped. I think what they found was that people would buy them, but then they would go right into the regimen, and then, people they stopped, and
Mhm.
I used to use them for traveling. I liked it when I traveled because then I could keep them with me. But they were very small. They really were. The one thing, as I say, they're very, very serious about this, 100% guarantee. I've had
Right.
in the years that I've been doing this, is probably like 4 or 5 years. I've had 2 people, and it was just because it just didn't agree with their skin, and
Yeah.
returned it right away.
Are there small size, like, are there 8-ounce tubes and 16-ounce, or is it all just the one size tube?
You know what? That's a very good question.
Just because,
Mhm.
people that are starting might want to start with the smaller quantity as opposed to jumping into the big one. But
Right.
it's a very good policy of return, so that's good too.
Yes. No, it's very quick.
Mhm.
And we take it back immediately, and the credit card or whatever just gets credited right away.
And they can find the prices of the items online?
Yes, yeah, you can go right to my website. You can purchase, if you really wanted to just try a cleanser, you can do that. As the doctor said, and I really do believe this, and, especially Celeste, you mentioned, that Scott used the Proactiv. The one, let's say the 3 steps, using step 1, step 2, step 3, that's where you're going to get the maximum result.
Right.
But if somebody wanted to just try the cleanser, just let's say try and see how their skin reacts, you can absolutely do that.
And from the time you place an order until the time you get it, what's the turnaround time?
Probably 3 to 4 days.
Oh, 3 to 4 days, because I mean, when I'm sitting here with Carla and I'm looking at all the befores and I'm saying, okay, good, now I'm in the before mode right now. So it's very nice to see that there's an after as well. Anyone else, ladies, with questions?
I had a question.
Okay.
Oh,
Hi,
it's
Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Yeah, hi, how are you? I wanted to know if do they have products, because I had been reading about collagen, peptides, and protein supplements in your food or in a drink to reduce dark spots. And have you heard anything about that?
They do have mineral peptides. I've never used them. But what you can do, Diana, is go onto the site. As I say, you have the URL. And every single product that I talked about, go to the, go to shop and then just click on, let's say, redefine. For every product, there is a tab for ingredients. There's a tab for how to use it. There's a tab for FAQs, and there's a tab for what you also might like. But every ingredient is listed on the website.
I was asking, how do we get to your website?
I'm sorry, so it's in the chat, but I'll tell you, it's
Oh.
HTTPS. It's in the chat.
Could you say that again?
Sure. HTTPS : /2/ Ellen Larson, LARSON .myrnf.com. And
It's double slashes or triple slashes?
double.
Two. Okay.
And it's in the chat. If you wanted to send out, to the register.
Anything in the bags?
It's, yes, in the bag, there is a gift card. There is a business card.
Oh, I see it.
I think
Yeah, I thought it would be in the bag.
Yes, it is.
of Easter, I'm like, oh, in the gift bag. Just
Yeah.
not in the gift bags, yes. So my business card is in there. It has my website. It has my my phone number, my AOL, everything.
Oh, I see it now. I don't know how I missed that. I didn't have my glasses on.
Ready?
Yes, I see it now.
Good.
Very good. Thank you. How long has a new brown spot remover been? Was it recently launched, you said?
Yeah, it literally went, the general public could purchase it literally last week,
Oh,
and I was able to purchase it a month ago.
Wow.
So it is hot off the press. It's really amazing. It's really, it's great. I've already gotten my before picture. Now I just have to wait for my after.
Ellen, when you take pictures, should you take it like every month, or just take it when you start and then another one at the end in 8 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever they say it works at?
Yeah, I would say, you could, I would say 6 weeks. You could try 4.
But definitely take a photo.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely take it before, because I took it only because that's what,
Well, yeah, it shows it.
I
Yeah.
had just started out in the business, so I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. I'll take this before picture. And then somebody had said to me, God, your skin just looks amazing. And I was almost like, really? So I took the after. I had, Heather take the picture for me. And we were like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it was really quite something.
Is there a survey on the website where they say, are you fair, or are you?
Yes. So it's wonderful. On the site, it's called the solution tool. And if you go to the site, and it'll take you right to the homepage, you just scroll down and you'll see solution tool.
Okay, good.
You answer.
This way you know what product you need.
Yes, you can answer. When they started out, it was maybe 4 or 5 questions. Now it's a little bit more, a few more questions, but the questions are very quick, very targeted. And you just submit your email, and almost immediately you get a personalized skincare routine. And the beauty, what people will do is then they'll contact me and they'll say, all right, I don't want to do all of this, because they'll give you the complete. They say, what do you suggest I start with? And then we have the discussion, and then that's when, I will help them with, how to start.
Right. Any other questions, ladies?
I see Diana.
yeah, hi. I was gonna say, the neck cream seems amazing. I mean, the results were amazing on you. I mean, it was amazing.
And again, it's the roller is just, it's so easy. I mean,
I know this is a silly question. Do you put the capsule on the roller?
no. first you wash your face, then you use the toner. And again, if you get it, it's very clearly identified. What you put the toner on very quick, and then you roll. You roll, you roll, you roll. And as I said, you roll like this, and then you just, there's no wrong way. Just try and do a little bit of each, and that's it. Then you take the capsule, you open it up. Let me get a scissor. No,
Oh, I thought you put the capsule on the roller.
Nope. Nope. You put the capsule, and again, it's this is as much as you get.
Oh, wow.
And then you just put it all over your face and your neck.
And that's it. And then go
And,
ahead.
and again, it's you don't have to worry, do I use too much? Did I not do enough? This is it. And when you look at the amount, it's a good amount. And you use that for your face and your neck. Now, I do tend to, I do too, but I'm a little crazy.
So
I
it's,
don't follow my own advice.
it's interesting that you said you put it on your face and your neck.
I do.
But were the instructions just for the neck?
No, it's face and neck.
Oh, face and neck.
But
So the results are that if it does that to your neck, the conclusion is, the logical conclusion is that it's going to help your face too, right?
put it on face and neck. I mean, I always do the toner,
And all this.
face and neck.
Like this.
And then I do, I do here too. I mean, I roll and just, you just go up and down and then across, up and down and then.
What exactly does that just stimulate the skin?
It's a it's literally a microdermabrasion tool. So
Oh.
it basically is exfoliating your skin.
Would you use that in conjunction with a mask? No,
Not in
Or-
conjunction.
no, but
No, let's say, I mean, if you're gonna use this, you would probably do it once a week just to get
Right.
started. And then, I mean, I'm used to it. I mean, I roll every other day, sometimes 2 days in a row, I just, that's what my morning routine. And in some cases, they say you get better results if you do this at night. But I'm always running around doing a million things. So even in COVID, so I do it during the day. I do it in the morning. I'm more of a morning person. At night, I go to bed late, but I'm wiped. I'm not going to be rolling it,
right.
11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night.
Oh, so that's a microdermabrasion. Okay.
So that is exactly what that is. But, any questions, Diana? I would love to,
Great. Thank you. Well, I have a lot of questions.
Good. I like that. Well, it makes it more interactive, I mean, I hope I wasn't too preachy. I want
Not at all.
all the information out there, but still, have it be interactive.
Ladies, any more questions?
Oh, I've enjoyed it. Oh, if we wanted the sample bags, if we didn't sign up, is there still? Can we?
Oh, yes, she was more than generous.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, absolutely. And also, if you take the solution tool, I would send you a bag, but if you're gonna go to the Manor Club and pick it up, that's fine. But yes, absolutely. Anybody who's
Great.
registered or just joined today, I did send over a good number. But if we
Yeah.
do run out, just let me know, Jessica, and I will come over with more.
Very good, thank you.
Anyone else?
Thank you again. It was very informative.
Thank you, and so good seeing you, Celeste. And
It's wonderful to see you, and hopefully the next time I see you, I'll look better than I do right now. I just want to say that, just so that you know, this program Jessica recorded, and it will be on our Manor Club website. You go into media and then go into TMC videos, I think. And it should be up at some point tomorrow or the next day for the women, either that are members that couldn't come and be with us live today.
Yep.
And, you did an amazing job. I think that the most important thing that we all have to do is make time for ourselves.
That's it.
Because I think we've spent all too many years making time for everybody else. And I think that with results like that, how happy will I be? I think it would be a wonderful, certainly a nice experiment to try, because we try all different cleansers and we try all different things in the house and it's time to forget about those things and you know what frying pan lets the egg fly out quicker and start doing something that we visibly see and take a photo. And
Yeah,
thank you so much. I mean, I feel invigorated and I really would like to try it because this way it's not all this, you know, one day you're buying L'Oreal and the next day you're buying Elizabeth Arden and it gets all, I think it makes sense to have one product that works hand in hand with all the other treatments instead of, you know, flim-flamming from one thing to another. So thank you very, very much. I know and I hope that you will be deluged with phone calls or orders. And I would assume that if they order through you, but it's delivered to the home.
yes. And if they order through me, I will give them a 10% discount and maybe a little bit something else extra as well. So
A magic wand would be good.
everybody could use one of those, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
But I
Well-
mean, that is the one thing that, you know, we did discover going through this past year was people, because, you know, everybody was stuck at home, but people were starting, you know, as you say, Celeste, more towards especially the end of 2020, to think of, you know, really time for themselves after they did the closets and they, you know, they did everything inside the house.
Right.
They did. People were thinking about themselves and it was a rough time and it still is. And we definitely should be thinking about ourselves. So you're
And
absolutely.
we're all at the age that, you know, and we say it many times to friends on the phone, just in jest, but you know, you walk past a mirror and you go, who is that person? Because in your mind, you think you look like you looked at 16. And then you say, oh my God, my mother is here. You know, it's like, and not that you don't love your mother, but you look at it and go, oh God, I turned into my mom. So if there's a way, there was many wonderful qualities to pick up from your mom, but aging doesn't have to be one of them. So, I think you've done a wonderful job. And if there's no more questions, I just want to say thank you on behalf of the membership for doing the program for us. And I will be in touch with you on a personal level and we'll go out and have lunch like we planned.
Yes, excellent. Thank you,
Okay.
everybody.
Can I just ask, Ellen, could you send me your website information so that I can send it out to the membership?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, great.
We're happy to. We'll be happy. to.
Perfect. Ellen, thanks a million and thank you for the products and we'll all be experimenting and thinking of you.
Wonderful.
Thank you. We'll be in touch. Bless you and have a happy Easter. And ladies, stay on because we're going to do the raffle.
Okay, I will.
Yeah,
jump-
Jessica's gonna,
Jessica will join us and she'll pull the ticket and somebody will be the proud owner of an Easter basket.
I'm not going to stop the share because I could blow this whole thing up. So just back off.
oh, here's
Okay,
Jessica, okay.
Jessica's here and you want to turn it around, Carla, and
How
take
do
your,
we,
I don't know
how
how
do
I
we
get,
come to you?
how do I switch that? No, how do we?
Is it still on?
Yeah, I don't know how to do it now so that the members see, but, oh, Diana's on, so she must see us.
Yeah, I see you.
Okay,
Okay, good.
all right, I'll hold this.
Okay.
Here you go, let's
Can,
turn.
make sure nothing is stuck.
Is one stuck? Yep. No.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
one there. All right.
Ah,
Okay, so,
Want to do that now? Okay,
yay.
Jessica, go for it.
All right, ladies, good luck.
I can't read that. Karina, you do,
Oh my
Give me your
God,
hand.
my daughter.
Happy Easter, everyone.
oh my God.
Happy
Great. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, yes.
Very nice. Very
Getting
nice.
the flyer ready as
Yeah.
we speak.
As we speak.
Oh my God, I
Thank
can't
you all.
believe
Happy
this.
Easter and have a wonderful evening and holiday this week.
Okay.
Thank you for
Thank
tuning
you,
in.
bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay.